Girl, did you know there was a Confederate Bible? Did you know this? Oh my God, it started to make so much sense in a whole different way. This is so deep to me. I actually bought it because I want to show it to you. Okay, and then so there's a couple of things I want to get in real quick before the sun goes down. Girl, they got bamboozled. They got tricked. They got lied to. They got manipulated, and they don't even know they did. Okay, so here's the thing, sis. If you don't take my word for it, look it up. Check out. Oh God, it's called. Oh, I'll get it for you. I'll get it to you. But also look at the Daughters of the Confederacy. All right. So what had happened was, you and I both know that the history of slavery in America is rooted in the Bible being used. Baby, Happy's trying to play with the dogs. That is rooted. Happy, leave it. Enough. This is him trying to be social. I'm like, boo, it's not the time. Okay, I'm gonna have to walk because my baby, honey. No, no, no. This is him. He's just lonely for a dog. You sit with me. Come here. Okay, I'm trying to tell you what happened. My dog is having opinions. Okay, let me tell you what happened, girl, bro, family. What had happened was, if you think about the history of slavery in North America, which is my thing, right, which is my area of expertise, and if you think about how the Bible has been used as a tool for oppression, right, and I mean, the Bible's been used, the holy wars, okay, it's all over the place, right, and so what I've been being with is this: after happy enough, after oh God, after the Civil War, after right in the times of Reconstruction, all right, two things happened that are important for us to note, okay, is this. The Confederacy lost the war, but they didn't like that they lost the war. They didn't believe they lost the war. And Lincoln's fellas, the people who were flowing with him, when he got dead, they didn't enforce his rule, okay? They took the troops out the South, okay? And that gave the room for the Ku Klux Klan to do their thing and a whole bunch of hate crimes. So, black codes, look it up, get your own revelation, okay? But here's the thing: white women got together and you said, you know what? Our men deserve some statues. They deserve some respect on that, all right? And so they went about their business creating books to educate the children about how they won the Civil War. Okay, two generations of white women from the South, the Daughters of Dixie. Look it up. Okay, they went and and the thing is, they were effective. They were effective. You got to respect the game. All right, and so they made it their business to rewrite history in favor, to put their men in a positive light. So that whole notion of white savior, white men saving the day, take it to the Daughters of the Confederacy. Okay, so that's one piece. The second piece is, and when I get this Bible, I will show it to you. It's so important. It's so good to know this stuff, right? Because they don't teach it. They don't want to talk about it, but we talking about it. Okay, they have their own Bible, and this Bible starts off with a list of all the presidents, of all the generals. So what they're doing, and as soon as I get it, I'm gonna bring it to you. What they've done historically is they've combined race with religion to justify their actions, and they taught it to their children. Now, they're not gonna say, I taught it to my children. It doesn't look like that to them, okay? Because historically, it becomes lore, it becomes the truth, it becomes what's so, all right? But because it's so rooted in religion, it turns them into fanatics. And they don't see that. That's why they can't talk to nobody except by being ugly, being awful, any kind of contesting. If you speak up as a black person, in their mind, you're stepping out of place. You don't know your place. How dare you be proud of you? How dare you question what we think? How dare you say what you feel? How dare you have passion? Oh, you angry, but we're assertive. You see what I'm saying? But it's all because they've been trained that way. Now, this is not don't be tripping. This is not about an excuse. It's a context. because you and I keep talking to them like we're talking to sane people, okay? And we're not. They have been indoctrinated for generations. And girl, for generations. In the textbooks, there are some textbooks where they don't have anything about Black history at all. There are certain areas in America where there's no such thing as Black history, and all they know is what they see on BET or on the news or whatever popular thing that happens. So they sincerely believe, and I don't mean it in an emotional way, I mean it in that they were taught a different history than what happened. So when they hear about critical race theory, it turns into a threat. We're going to turn them in, they're going to be racist. No, baby. We don't have to. You were born into a condition. And because you were born into it, you have been trained and indoctrinated to believe that you are inherently superior, inherently better, inherently right. So anything that doesn't agree with what you believe in is wrong, is negative, it needs to be abolished, be taken down, all of that. So their response is so extra because they've been cultivating this shift since the 1800s. Okay? So I'm going to talk you long on this one, sis. Okay? Just know that you're not crazy. Okay? The level of rigor they have, the level of fervor they have is because it's tied to religion. Okay, definitely cognitive dissonance, but more so than anything, it's righteousness. It's the same thing as the holy wars, y'all. It's the same thing. But because we haven't had, one, they didn't want us to read. Secondly, we haven't had a safe space to talk it through. My platform is coming. It's coming. It's coming. Give me a minute on it. And we haven't had access to the information. Then we didn't even know. I didn't know that they had their own textbooks. Girl, I didn't know they had their own Bible. That blew my brain apart. And when I saw that they got their generals in the Bible next to God, what? How do you put your generals next to God? How is that good? Okay. Anyway, it blew my mind. I'm out to educate us, and I'm gonna tell you this, sis, and I'm gonna jump off, and I'm gonna talk you long. I'm not gonna talk you long. Hey, bro. Hey, fam. Glad you're here, allies. All the love. And for my haters, love you too. I know you're listening, and I know you can't help it, and that's why I know you have a crush on me. My point is this: the reason why it's important to have this knowledge is because we keep fighting the wrong fight. We keep talking direct when they have no context. They can't even hear. They can't hear it. And if you look at their comments, because they're going to say some stuff again, they're going to get mad because I'm talking about anything that has anything to do with them not looking like a freaking savior. Okay? They're going to say bad things. Ooh, she's evil. They'll say what they say. That's normal. They only know how to fight morally, and they only know how to fight by tearing people down. Look at the comments. Watch how they fight. They can't have a conversation that's dignified. Now, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying all white people. Please, y'all. And with make sure when people say, I never said all white people. I'm talking about history. I'm talking about systemic racism. I'm talking about white supremacy. I'm talking about ideology. I'm talking about the stuff that sets people free, which is how you hold things, how you think of them. And what I want you to be very clear of is they're so indoctrinated into their whiteness that they don't even know that they're indoctrinated because it's generational, okay? What I need you to understand is that when you're speaking to someone who's screaming because they can't have a dignified conversation, they're not even there. They can't hear it. They're not there because in their world, you have no voice. You are less than, you are inferior. How dare you even engage in a conversation? How dare you be proud of yourself? How dare you be accomplished? Because in their reality, you can't. Because in order for you to do that, their whiteness will totally fall apart. Their identity will go to shreds. I'm going to say one more thing and I'm going to stop, Jesus. Most of the people who settled this country were people who were criminals, okay? Who came from different countries, whether Spain or England. They were thieves, they were gangsters, they were criminals. So do not be surprised by the level of comfort they have with criminality, whether it's mass shootings, whether it's voter suppression, whether it's making sure we can't read. This is all part of how they survived. And they want us, our compliance, and we're no longer complying because the world is changing and the structures are following. So be encouraged, boo, okay? And I encourage you, please share this word. My intention is to empower us to empower ourselves and never have to go through them or to them for anything. They think we need them and we don't. We don't. We really, really don't. what we're committed to building is our own infrastructures, and ones that can't ones that can't burn down. Okay, at least what I'm doing. I'm putting culture in the cloud, baby. Anyway, that's all I got. I'm gonna jump off because the sun is getting low. But I love you, sis. I love you, bro. I love you, fam. I love all the people. I love everybody. And if you're offended by this word, please pay it forward. This is what they don't want us to talk about. They don't want us to talk about them. They want to talk about us. But they don't want us to talk about understanding their history, how they process their ideology, their referentials. You see what I'm saying? They don't want that because they think that we don't. They think we're stupid. They think they know more. And unfortunately, they believe that so much that they assume that if they're insulting, it's going to hurt our feelings. I'm a girl from the streets. I've been insulted so many times. It's not, to me, it's an occupational hazard, so I'm not tripping. So please, when they get ugly, because they probably will, do not respond. Don't bother with it. Keep your eye on the process. Watch and learn. When they start doing bullshit, you can see it. You'll see their mechanism. You'll see their triggers. You'll see how they don't have anything else except for insults or sarcasm or ugly to respond. And that is the sign of a very, very weak, very, very fragile, very, very limited mind and identity because it's a very weak system that cannot be contested. If it can't be contested without it being negated and villainized, then it's weak. And that's a weak, in my opinion, that's a very weak mind. I love you, sis. I love you, bro. I love you, fam. Push the word out. Let's get this handled. Let's build our own. Let's build our own infrastructure. So we never have to go to or through whiteness, white supremacy, anything that has to do with oppression ever again. I got you, girl. We are doing this. We are doing this. We're doing it and doing it and doing it well. We're doing it and doing it and doing it well. I love you. Talk to you later. Make sure you share. Goodbye for now.